It's a classic case of who done it. And we're here at the History Museum in South Bend. I have Corin with me. This is an exciting thing that you guys are doing because you do this just one time a year. Is that right? Or
yeah, that's right.
We're doing the Mystery at the Mansion this year.
Yes. So there's 2 performances, but only once a year.
And October's the time for it.
October
I mean, that's
is the
when
time.
I see the spooky stuff starting to come out here.
Yeah, we have the mansion decorated for the season, as we do for Christmas as well, but October is especially a fun time to get some spookier decorations out, definitely some fall vibes as well. So definitely it's ready for Mystery at the Mansion happening later this month.
All right, Mystery at the Mansion. You guys have got to get your tickets. And this is like a classic. I heard so many people talk about this over the years. You guys have would you say a following of people who come to this?
Yeah, I would say so. We have some regulars who come each year. We have a lot of friend groups who like to come together. Sometimes they even like to dress up in theme for the event.
I love that.
We have families who come with their kids.
So is it all ages?
It is all ages.
So okay, that's good to know.
I will say it's a little harder for really young kids because it's kind of long. It's about an hour long, and you have to walk upstairs.
Okay.
But we would say probably ages 8 and above it's suitable for.
Okay.
But technically all ages could come, it might be a little more difficult with younger kids.
Okay, so for anybody who hasn't been to a murder mystery kind of thing, tell us how it works, because you are part of the performance.
Yes. So you'll be walking around scene to scene, listening to individual characters talk about their side of the story and what they saw happen at during the mystery. And they'll be talking at you, the audience. And at the end of the event, you'll be asked to fill out a game card to say who you think did the crime. And then you can submit it, and then if you got it right, you'll be entered into a raffle to win a prize.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah.
So this is a challenge now for those of you who like a good challenge. And what I love about this, you guys have been doing this for a number of years. How long has it been now?
Well, I don't know the exact first year, but it's been over 20 years, I believe.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Or maybe not quite 20. I think it started in the early 2000s, actually.
It's been a while.
But it's been a while, yes.
And why do people love to come and participate in this?
I think for several reasons, and I think it differs by the person, but one of the big reasons is obviously being able to see and experience this wonderful mansion. We have guided tours every day, but this is seeing it in kind of a new context, in a new space. But also, it's just like a fun thing to do that there's not really a lot of opportunities like it around. Obviously, we have plays put on by the wonderful South Bend Civic and at DeBartolo at Notre Dame, but this type of more interactive experience isn't as common, and I think it's just a really fun thing to do with your family. It's a new story each year. A new story is written each year.
I love that.
So it's just a really great experience.
Let's go check out some of the areas that people are going to explore. Can we do that?
Yes.
All right, let's go. All right, Corin, where are we at now?
We are in the library of the mansion.
Okay, all right.
Which was essentially the family's living room. Back then, obviously, there wasn't TV or anything like that.
This was their entertainment.
This was their entertainment.
Okay.
Yes.
I love that. So when people get to explore the areas, obviously things are still blocked off because we want to keep the integrity of everything that is within the home, correct?
Yes, correct. So we're actually in a space that normally we couldn't walk in, and guests won't be allowed to back here, but we do.
I'm not touching anything. My hands are up.
We do place mats down during the night of the performance so the actors can be in the actual rooms. And then the audience will be behind the rope section, so they'll be looking into the rooms at the actors.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, now let's talk about the theme for this year.
Yes, so the theme this year is Shipwrecks, specifically Great Lake Shipwrecks. It's loosely tied to our current exhibit, Great Lake Shipwrecks, which you can view before or after the performance.
Oh, good. Okay, that'll be open for people too. Wonderful.
And it's basically a wealthy, this is a fiction, of course, but a wealthy Chicago factory owner in 1910 is holding a party on his luxury boat on Lake Michigan. But it's a little controversial because his factories are currently in protest and strike.
Oh, interesting.
Which is loosely based off the real life 1910 garment workers strike in Chicago.
Okay.
But basically, during his party, this wealthy factory owner's ship sinks and he passes away, but almost everyone else escapes the ship. And it's ruled sabotage.
Ooh, done it.
Yes. So now you have to essentially interrogate the guests and the workers on the ship and see which one of them might have done the crime.
And I love that
Yeah.
you correlate it kind of back to the exhibit that you guys
Yes.
are doing too, and bringing it all together in that way.
And we do have connected it to another exhibit. We currently have our biggest exhibit right now, Knute Rockne, Life and Legacy, or I should say Knute Rockne, which is the right way to pronounce it.
Really?
Really.
Okay, fun facts today.
And he does make a brief appearance in the play to kind of connect it to that exhibit as well.
And I have to say, for those of you who don't know, I just found out before we got started that you actually wrote this script.
I did write this. I've wrote last year's script and this year's script. I took over for our longtime writer, Roger Crastle, who had written it for many, many years before that. He is also a local writer, but this is a locally written play.
Which is even more phenomenal.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah,
I appreciate
to
that.
you, yes, to you. And so how did you come up with that story idea, can I ask?
So we do try to come up with the story ideas as a group. So we have a little committee of people where we suggest ideas down. We try to connect it to either a current exhibit or one of our permanent exhibits.
Okay,
we do
love
try to
that.
connect
Yeah.
it to something that's on display at the museum.
I love it. Let's go check out another space.
All right, sounds
All right.
good.
All right, now we are in the kitchen, which people will get to explore in here too.
Yes, yes. So this is actually one of the later scenes. So you start on the first floor, you go to the second floor and third floor, and then come back down and finish your the play on the first floor.
Okay.
So the kitchen is on the first floor. It's one of the last 3 scenes in the performance.
Oh my gosh, and you're just moving people through because I know everybody needs to get their tickets. How do they get their tickets?
So they can purchase our tickets online on our website, or they can go to the ticket portal through our Facebook event page as well. Tickets are $25 each for the general public, but our members get a discount for $20
Oh,
each.
even better. Okay, so if you're a member, you got to make sure you get your ticket for this. And I know there's lots of volunteers who are putting this on, right?
Yes, so we're very thankful to our volunteer actors. We have a lot of volunteer actors who have done this performance almost every year for like 20 years.
Amazing.
Or actors who, maybe can't do it every year but come back pretty often.
Sure.
We have a lot of people who also act at the South Bend Civic will help us out. Or people who just acting is their passion and they just haven't been able to do it as much as they'd like. So we get a lot of volunteer actors. But we also have a bunch of volunteer docents the night of. So between each scene, a docent will lead you from one room to the other.
Okay.
And they'll actually tell you a little historical fact about the Oliver Mansion in the room. So this event is really, the staff is here, but this event would not happen without volunteer actors and volunteer docents. So we're very thankful to all of them.
Absolutely. And if anybody wants to get involved in the future, they can get in touch with you guys too for that.
Yes, they can get in touch with myself, or you can find our volunteer coordinators' information on our website.
Perfect. Well, this is a great event. You can't miss it. There's only 2 nights.
Yes.
And is it the same performance both nights?
It's the same performance both nights, yes.
Okay, all right. Well, we will see you here for Mystery at the Mansion. Ooh.